One of the most ancient methods of timing your meditation practice is with the use of a string of beads. Whether you're using a rosary or a mala, your beads will probably look something like this. There's normally 108 or 110 beads in total, marked with a central head bead which will allow you to record how many cycles you perform. So the basic procedure, whether you're performing Hail Marys or yogic mantras, timing your breathing or performing a specific energetic exercise, is to move one bead for each repetition. Now there are various different traditions that would have you hold the beads in specific ways and move them in a way that keeps your mind on the task. And I would fully commend your embracing these practices. 108 or 110 beads is just right, because if you're in a relaxed state of mind and you move a bead for each breath you take, you will complete a whole cycle of beads in about 10 minutes. So this means you can time your meditation with ease no matter where you are, without any need for a timer or electronic device, just simply by deciding how many cycles you are to perform. If you lose track of how many times you've gone through a cycle, you can practice moving a finger on the other hand each time you pass the head bead. A 108 or 110 is also said to be the number of breaths of life force within a human. And within the Hermetic tradition, this is often referred to as a candle of energy. Now, some sets of beads will have these beautiful branch strings. And these are often used as a means to perform a different form of prayer or mantra. So you may be performing a certain set of words for all of the normal beads, but when you get to this branch string, you'll switch to something else and count these before moving on. In addition to this, you can use these branch strings in other ways. So let's imagine you really are going to have a very focused session. You could use them instead of your fingers to time how many cycles you perform. So let's imagine you wanted to perform 5 whole cycles. You no longer use the head bead as your marker. You time what you're doing by counting each bead, and every time you pass one of these branch strings, you move one of these smaller beads to their home. If you keep doing this, then at some point you will pass the branch string on both sides and there'll be no beads left there, and thus you know your meditation is concluded. I've also seen people use this for marking a specific number of beads. So there are certain energy exercises or certain forms of circulatory exercise where you start with a very low number of beads and you work up. So let's imagine that you're just going to do 7 repetitions to begin with, and then your next session you're going to perform 8. If you don't wear your beads, you can, and there are various ways of doing this, tie or just wrap this branch string round as a marker. Obviously, if you do wear your beads as a reminder during the day, this isn't practical. So you can use an elastic band to mark where you are, or it is possible, and this is only performable on some sets of beads, you can tie a kind of knot. So if you loop one bead around another, thus, then it will mark how many breaths you are to take. And then next time when you practice, you can move one along and you can tie the knot anew in the new position. So this gives you a means to record without having to write down how many breaths you are performing each session. As a practice tool, beads are extremely powerful because they tend to keep you in the moment. So you tend to keep focused for that individual breath, that individual repetition. And this has a power and beauty to it like none other. Likewise, having the beads on you, wearing them against your skin, is a great reminder to bring the qualities that you're cultivating in your meditation into your normal, everyday state of consciousness. A reminder of who you are and what you're doing. If you use your beads often, they will take on a charge on their own, and this generates positive momentum because this force is associated with, connected with, and in resonance with your goals. This concludes my practical guide to the use of beads for meditation. May it be of great benefit and a blessing to you.